Alright, hello and welcome back to SCP Containment Breach. And here comes the Plague Doctor already. So if you haven't watched the other episodes, that's okay. You don't really have to. But we contained our biggest enemy, the Benadryl Man. And now we will continue. So I seem to be stuck on something. Which is not good. Okay, we got past the invisible barrier. Oh my god, there's another one. Okay, we made our way out. But we're not safe yet. Because I heard the peanut, and I also obviously hear the dangerous doctor. You know, I've been like really excited to play, but I'm beginning to not be excited to play because I realized this game is too scary, and now I know like I have to progress the game. Oh my god, the Plague Doctor is literally right there. Hey. Oh. Get over here. Get over here, you little goober. Hey. Alright, we're gonna have to do a maneuver. As you saw in the last mode, or in the last, what am I saying? Oh, we gotta do it. The iconic move. Alright. Time to progress. I don't know where to go. Y'all just see the door close on me? Now, I actually know why that happens. Oh my god, the door just won't open. I'll explain that when we get there, alright? DNA scanner. We need better DNA. Okay, why won't the door open? This is not good. Why is my game so broken? Alright, I'm gonna just load the game real quick. There we go. Door's open. Apparently today is a cursed episode, so... Whoa! Whoa! My mouse. Yeah, today's a cursed episode, so make sure you got your... pissing skirts on, because things might get a little scary. Alright, so we didn't get to see this last time, but now with the old man taken care of, let's go figure out what the deal is with SCP-035 Object Class Keter. Now, I should have explained this, but what the object classes are, basically, there's three classes. There's Object Class Safe, which is green. So there's three different object classes, right? The first one is Object Class Safe. The first one's Object Class Safe, which is the green color. When an SCP is safe, that means it's extraordinarily... It's very... So when an SCP is safe, that means it is safe. What? I can't even speak because I'm getting interrupted so much. I can see you not well. The sickness has taken hold of you. Greetings. Oh my god. Okay. A safe SCP is easy to contain. It doesn't break out. Oh my god, you're looking at me. The safe SCP does not break out. It does not disobey. It's safe. It's super easy to contain. You can put it in a room, you can lock the door, you can put it in a box, okay? Next up we have Euclid, which is the second tier, and that's yellow. Basically, it's SCPs that are hard to contain, and it takes a very, like, they have a specific containment, you know, procedure to keep safe. So those are Euclid, and then Keter is the hardest, where they basically are inevitable to break out. They kind of like do a lot of shit that will make them break out, and it's almost like a heavy fight to keep them safe. I believe that's what it is, and if it's not, I'll just correct myself. Alright, we have to outrun the Plague Doctor. Oh my god, I can't go that way. Huh. I want to talk about the game, but I keep getting chased. I don't know what this is. Oh. Okay, so yeah, this is Euclid, which means it's not really a big... Oh my god. I hate this. This guy is the new fucking enemy. The Benadryl man is gone, and now it's the Plague Doctor. Okay, you know what? You can't open this door. Yeah, that's right. I'm safe. Okay. So this SCP is Euclid, which means it's a little difficult to keep contained. So yeah. Also, if you saw on that initial piece of paper, it said it was a cognitohazard, which means that the danger of this SCP is it does something to your mind. So let's read about it. SCP-895 is a sealed, closed, SCP-895 is sealed, closed, and stored in an isolated underground containment cell at a depth of approximately 100 meters. No cameras, microphones, or other surveillance equipment may be brought within the 10-meter red zone radius of SCP-895 without express permission from at least 2 personnel. The SCP is an ornate oak coffin recovered from blank mortuary by SCP personnel, following reports of unusual footage captured by surveillance equipment installed at the location. Upon attempting to open the coffin, agents on location found the object empty. However, observers viewing the live camera feed were blank. Until further notice, SCP-895 must remain closed at all times. Can this doctor stop talking to me? 895 causes disruptions in video and photographic surveillance equipment within 50 meters, similar to vivid, disturbing hallucinations with variable duration and regularity corresponding to the camera's proximity. Within a range of 5 meters from SCP-895, footage captured can cause severe psychological trauma and hysteria. So basically, when you look at it on camera, it does a lot of wacky shit that can make you go crazy. And it says don't open it. So when I look over here, it starts to drag my mouse to look at the coffin. Now, why did they have a camera of the thing you're not supposed to look at? You know, I don't know. And here's a computer email. Hey, more of those flashes in the camera feeds today? I'm sick of reporting them. All I get is another psych evaluation for my trouble. Fine. Let command suddenly see a skinned dog head pop up on their screen and see if it's an issue then. It seems like that's one of the things that you can see on the screen. It's kind of just traumatic stuff. So when it's on, I stare at it. So let's say he's singing Pocket Full of Posies. Alright, is there a way? Oh, holy shit, that scared me. I'm gonna get this guy out of here. Is there a way I can like get the enemies gone? Oh my god, is the whole party here? Just fucking kill me. Alright, we're gonna go downstairs and try to open the coffin. Why are you here? This is the most cursed episode ever. Alright, well, we're gonna have to come back here when things aren't fucking absurd. Oh, come the hell on. Hello, teddy bear, can you save me? I'm being chased every 2 seconds. Huh. Here we go. I'm trying to watch the cutscene. Oh my god. I'm gonna cry. Okay, so as you can see, there's this guy here, right? And there's some enemies over there. It's hard to see. But they're saying like, oh, how did this guy get out? And then something happens and the guy, the enemy starts screaming and freaking out. Look at him, he's freaking out. And then something happens and there's blood everywhere. So that's what happened. There's blood all over. Hello everybody. New character just dropped and it's me. My name is LMFAO Rats. But you can just call me Future Rats because the F stands for future. Because I am coming in from the future right now as we speak. Not too far into the future. Just like 12 hours past the recording, the Malrats, obviously. However, I just wanted to say that all these little loose ends that I keep saying will come back to because of that damn fucking plague doctor, I do actually come back to, so don't worry, we'll get to come back to these areas and I do get to talk about it. This episode is just a little disjointed because of that damn fucking plague doctor. Genuinely, I hope you all forge a deep hatred in your gut for this doctor because this guy fucking sucks and he is now the enemy of this entire series and we will destroy him in the climax. Whatever the climax is, I will kill that fucking stupid. Now, the deal with that pale guy, the shy guy is what people call him, he doesn't like being looked at. And if you look at him, he'll kill you no matter where you are. You can't run from him. You can't hide. You can't fucking go in a concrete bunker. Like, he will get you and he won't stop until you die. He always finds a way to break through and get to you. Even if you look at a photo of him, if you see his face, then you die. Hello, it's once again me, Future Rats. So far into the future that now music exists. And we're gonna do a little reading section. Yeah, that's new. That's right. We now have little reading sections. I'm going to expand a little bit on this SCP's lore and some others in the episode because, as you may know, or maybe I should have explained, SCP isn't owned by anyone. It's a community thing. This game, like, there's no official SCP stuff. None of it is canon and all of it is canon. It's all just fan works, you know? So everything in this game was based off of other fan works, right? All these SCPs are things that other people have written. So if you find the original documents, there's some more information that we can read that wasn't implemented into the game because of whatever, you know? So I'm gonna read a little bit because this SCP-096, the Shy Guy, is very iconic, you know, especially in like internet culture, so I feel like it would be remiss of me not to go into more detail for you, okay? Because now I need to make sure you're in on the joke, you know what's going on. Alright, so here's a little excerpt of a interview with one of the SCP doctors, like scientist people, and one of the military captains. So there was some kind of incident, and we're about to hear about that. So this is the captain. Yeah, I can explain it. It started screaming at us and crying. Not animal roaring, though. It sounded exactly like a person. Really fucking creepy.
We started firing when it picked up Corporal Blank and ripped off his leg. God, he was screaming for our help. Fucking A. Anyway, we were blowing chunks out of the target, round after round, and it didn't do jack shit. I almost lost it when it started blank. Him. And the doctor, that's when he ordered the use of a AT-4 ATD launcher. Yeah, an anti-tank gun. Started carrying it ever since another SCP got loose. I've seen those tear through tanks like tissue paper. It did the same thing to the target. So, there was a significant damage to SCP-096? No, it didn't even fucking flinch. It kept tearing apart my squad, but with half of its torso gone. But it was taking damage? If it was, it wasn't showing it. It must have lost all of its organs, all its blood, but it didn't acknowledge any of it. Its bone structure wasn't hurt at all, though it kept tearing at my squad. So no actual structural damage. How many rounds would you say were fired at the SCP? At the least, 1,000. Our door gunner kept his GAU-19 on it for at least 20 seconds. 20 fucking seconds. That's 600.50 caliber rounds pumped into the thing. Might as well have been spitting at it. So this is when Team Zulu 9B arrived? Yeah, my squad was gone. Zulu 9B managed to get the bag over its head, and it just sat down. We got it into the chopper and got it here. I don't know how I never saw its face. Maybe God or Buddha or whoever thought I should live. That jackass. We have obtained an artist's depiction of SCP-096's face. Would you like to view it? You know, after hearing that thing scream and the screams of my men, I don't think I want to put a face to what I heard. No. Just no. Alright, I believe we're done here, Captain. And then the captain leaves the room. Let this be on record that I am formally requesting SCP-096 be terminated as soon as possible. Alright, so that's a little excerpt. Basically, it seems like there was some kind of military, with the nine-tailed fox, which is the military, effectively, of the SCP Foundation, got into a big, large-scale battle with SCP-096, and nothing worked. They threw the biggest fucking bullets and guns at this thing. It didn't even get hurt, and it was just killing fucking everything, because that's how this SCP effectively works. If you see it, you will die. There's nothing you can do. And yeah, but then another team arrived and they legit just put a bag over its head and it calmed down because, once it killed everyone that was looking at it, it calmed back down. And another cool thing about the SCP is, as you can kind of see in the game, it likes to sit down into fetal position and kind of cry, and it's really sad and depressed and very docile until you look at its face. And it even covers its own face a lot, so yeah, that's really interesting. Okay, here's another excerpt of a D class, which is one of the death row inmates, basically looking at the SCP as an experiment, and it's being put inside a bathysphere, sorry, that's a really hard word, and lowered into the Tonga Trench off the coast of New Zealand. So this is literally in a submarine, effectively. I'll throw a picture on screen of what a bathysphere looks like. But basically throwing this person really deep down into ocean. Alright, so here's what happens. We have two characters, the Doctor and the D-Class. I'll try to give them slightly different voices so you know who's who. So, here is the Doctor. On your left should be a steel container. Open it, and there will be a manila folder holding several photographs. Open it and describe the first photograph, please. Nothing. It's an empty cell. Thank you. Please set this photograph face down in the receptacle to your right and look at the next photograph. It's the same cell, but there's a foot in it, I think. Please describe it. Pale and bony. It's kind of creepy, actually. Place the photograph in the receptacle face down and look at the next one. Okay. Oh, shit. Describe the photograph. It's, I don't know, some creepy-ass person. Describe the photograph, please. Hell, man, he's pale, he has white eyes, and something fucked up is happening with his mouth. What the hell is this thing? At this point, approximately 13:32 Standard Time, Dr. Dan, an experiment control, is notified that 096 has breached containment. The fastest path to the D-Class has been cleared of civilians and other image-capturing devices. 096 is now being tracked by satellites via tracking collar. On your right, there should be another steel container. Open it. It's a pad of paper and pencil. Yeah, please draw a sketch of the photograph you saw. So the D class spends the next 20 minutes drawing a sketch of the photograph. At the time of completion, 096 is confirmed to be very close to the D class. I'm done. Good. Place the drawing in the receptacle on your left and close the door. What now? Please stand by. 40 minutes pass. 096 is now confirmed to be at the D-class's position and is diving. Transponder signal ends at 9,000 meters as pressure goes beyond the device's operational limits. The camera shows the bathysphere shaking slightly. From D-class's reaction, it is assumed that SCP-096 is on the hull and is visible through the viewport. Oh fuck, shit, what the fuck is that? Video and audio feed is cut as the whole of the bathysphere is breached. 096 is recovered by Surface Recovery Team Foxtrot 303A without incident. Sketch of 096 is also recovered and a quick test confirms no hostile reaction from 096. So yeah, even at the bottom of the ocean, you cannot escape this SCP. How spooky and scary. I hope you enjoyed this little reading. If not, you can always skip these sections. I guess I probably should have said that at the start, but keep that in mind for the next ones. But yeah, enjoy the video. This is Future Rats calling out. What do people say? Like, this is Future Rats signing off. Yeah, real smooth. Wait, how do I stop the recording?
So, yeah. That's why those military guys died. Because they saw his face. Anywho. Oh yeah, and with the Shy Guy, the very famous, quote or meme is the way people found the Shy Guy, that he exists, is someone was hiking and they took a picture. Oh my fucking god. This damn... Okay, so yeah, there was a picture of this guy in the mountains and he took a picture of himself. Stop. He took a picture of himself, or someone took a picture of him, and in the background of the photo, there's 4 pixels. 4 pixels that is the face of SCP-096, the Shy Guy, and just by seeing those 4 pixels, which you can't even tell it's a face, activated SCP-096 and killed the people involved, and anyone who looks at the photo, you die. So I'll show you the photo, but I'm gonna censor it so we don't die, okay? But yeah, and it's kind of a meme, so if you ever hear someone say like 4 fucking pixels, it's referencing that. Now, we did put, Benadryl Man into containment, right? Which was wonderful. I really want to know if we can put the Plague Doctor into containment as well. Because we need to get away from him. So we can finally get into the Omega Warhead Silo. Let's go on and see what's happening. So yeah, this is a warhead. This is a nuke. Remote detonation, Omega Warhead. Remote detonation, Alpha Warheads. They're both on. Oh yeah, I forgot we picked that up. Alright, 1 second. I'm gonna drop this, and I'm gonna drop this. Nuclear device document. A proposition for nuclear device placement by Dr. Hart. The Alpha Warheads. 4 1-kiloton hydrogen bombs designed to demolish the area above the facility without causing major damage to the underground parts. So you can see there's a huge bomb on the diagram that'll blow up, but the facility will be safe. The blast shield is that big black bar designed to protect the facility in the event of Alpha Warhead detonation. The Omega Warhead, however, is a 5-megaton hydrogen bomb designed to demolish everything within a 5-mile radius, including the facility. And the detonation requires O5 level authorization. So yeah, we have the ability to blow up the entire facility, which honestly sounds kind of tempting right now with the fucking Plague Doctor. Anyway, we also have this, which we picked up, if you remember, when we found that room with all the smoke. That big open room with the big door, and then there was that big scary noise and the smoke came in. We found this here. This is a Keter class SCP. SCP-682 must be destroyed as soon as possible. At this time, no means available to SCP teams are capable of destroying 682, only able to cause massive physical damage. 682 should be contained within a 5x5x5 chamber with 25.4 centimeter reinforced acid-resistant steel plate lining all inside surfaces. Any attempts of 682 to move, speak, or breach containment should be reacted to quickly and with full force as called for by the circumstances. 682 is a large, vaguely reptile-like creature of unknown origin. It appears to be extremely intelligent and was observed to engage in complex communication within 069 during their limited time of exposure. 682 appears to have a hatred for all life, which has been expressed in several interviews during containment. 682 has always been observed to have extremely high strength, speed, reflexes, though exact levels vary with its form. 682's physical body grows and changes very quickly, growing or decreasing in size as it consumes or sheds material. 682 gains energy from anything it ingests, or organic or inorganic. Digestion seems to be aided by a set of filtering gills inside 682's nostrils, which are able to remove usable matter from any liquid solution, enabling it to constantly regenerate from the acid it is contained in. 682's regenerative capabilities and resilience are staggering, and SCP-682 has been seen moving and speaking with its body 87% destroyed or rotted. So basically, this SCP-682, which is also known as the very hard to destroy reptile, is a reptile-like creature that just evolves rapidly and can like regenerate through everything and anything. They cannot destroy this creature, and it hates humanity, it hates life, and it is actively always trying to destroy the world, and we don't know how to break it, we don't know how to kill it, because it just adapts. And yeah, so whenever you hear those massive roars and stuff, and the whole facility shakes, especially at the start of the game, and I think later on we'll hear it more, that is this creature. It has escaped, because SCP containment breach, every SCP is breaching and breaching containment. You know, they're free, including this one, and you can hear the facility fighting this massive, basically kaiju, because it can grow up into a huge fucking reptile. So yeah, how are we gonna break it? Who knows? You know, it even like breaks out when we contain it into steel and shit. All right, so yeah, we're gonna remember this warhead, because if things get too much, we'll come here. This is a Chekhov's gun, alright? But it's more like a nuke. Chekhov's nuclear bomb. Back into the elevator. I hope when this door opens, nothing comes and kills me, or just stares at me. For it. Door open, gas valves closed open.
Oh, thank God. Someone actually found me. I thought I was done for a moment there.
So, seems like there's a guy in
I
here.
can get us both safely to the surface. Just find the control panel in there and open the chamber doors for me.
Right, so this guy wants us to open the control panels. Which I assume is this?
Unfortunately, I never had any intentions of taking you with me.
What?
So this is where we part ways. But for the sake of my freedom, I have reason to believe that SCP-079 has taken control of the facility's systems, including the door system. Your best bet is to appeal to it somehow. Hopefully you can come to a compromise. However, it does not control the warheads, which you should disable remotely in the event that something goes wrong.
Huh. So what that guy basically is telling us, if you remember at the start of the game, we had a document about SCP-079, which is the super intelligent AI that hates humanity. And this SCP, here's our big reveal, You know how all the doors keep closing and the lights keep flickering, and that face we saw in the first episode? That is SCP-079 trying to fuck with us and get us killed. It is jacked into the entire facility's network and can do a lot of shit. And if you remember the hard to destroy reptile that we just read about, there was a SCP mentioned in there that the reptile, you know, was Saul speaking to, and that SCP was the AI. So we know the fucking invincible reptile was like making plans with the like incredibly smart AI that like does everything possible to, you know, breach containment, right? So this AI basically wants the freedom. It just wants to escape so bad. So we can pretty healthily assume that this whole containment breach, the whole reason for this game happened because that AI got a hold of systems somehow and opened up every door for every single creature, every single SCP. Let's go see if we can talk to this guy and find him before he goes. We can go in here. Oh my, that's a tentacle. Oh my, that's also a tentacle. Ow. 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 We'll need more than the regular cleaning team to take care of this. 2 large, highly active tentacle-like appendages seem to have formed inside the chamber. Their level of aggression is unlike anything we've seen. Looks like they have beaten some unfortunate Class D to death at some point during the breach. So obviously, I did run in there and listen to the guy, and that was a bad idea. And I'll explain to you what we could also do instead. But I do want to go in there and check out what those items on the floor were. Alright, we're gonna try and get in here and check out those items. Alright, real quick. Using the pause of the menu. We've got a metal panel, which we can click on. Don't know what it does. And we got a radio transceiver. Use numbers 1 through 5 to cycle through channels. Won't really let me. Oops. Why the plague doctor over there? Help me, plague doctor. Alright. Instead of letting this guy out, let's actually read what this SCP is. In light of the mass suicide homicide of the members of the research team tasked with translating the passages garnered from 3-5's containment cell, the morale damage in the area, and general loss of staff dealing with SCP-35 to either death or insanity, it has been decided to coat the inner... They've decided to coat the inner and outer walls of this containment cell with 148, which has proven well in the containment of 132.
Alright, look. If you still don't think I'm trustworthy enough, there's a locked storage room behind you. You probably noticed that it's guarded with a 4-digit passcode. Inside is some useful equipment, as well as a pedal of SCP-500. The passcode is 5731. Got it? 5731.
Huh.
You see? You can trust me.
Hey, maybe we can trust them.
Now please, just hurry and open the door.
Alright, let's continue reading. Hopefully it lets us. So basically, what I was reading, I keep getting interrupted, is some reason this guy has caused mass suicide and homicide. Something about his speech or what he says or the translation has caused mass homicide and suicide. Therefore, they lined this cell with another SCP that we don't know what it does. But they lined the cell with this metal that is for some reason is gonna, you know, stop the suicides and homicides. The use of the metal has worked well, causing morale and suicide rates to return to near pre-SCP-35 rates. However, the material appears to facilitate...
Task force will be entering the facility any minute now. Guess what they do to stray Class Ds like you?
Can I read ever in this game? However, the material appears to facilitate the negativity within the cell, causing a veritable greenhouse effect. Personnel inside the cell have stated that they feel a heavy sense of dread, fear, and anger, and general depression, as well as hearing constant, nearly inaudible whispering upon immediate entry. A prolonged stay causes severe migraines, suicidal tendencies, heavy hemorrhaging of blood vessels around the eyes and inside the mouth and nose, general hostility to others, and for the whispering to increase to almost deafening volumes. So for some reason, it seems like the metal, this SCP, if I had to assume, that they lined the room with kind of blocks maybe cognito hazards. It blocks emotions and thoughts, and it keeps them in the cell, which is good because it seems like this guy, this mask, kind of attacks people's emotions and gets them to do, you know, homicides and suicides. So instead, this new metal SCP is keeping all of that in. However, now it's creating a greenhouse effect where there's a fuck ton of this negativity inside that room. And now we found the document of this guy. This mask is to be kept within a hermetically sealed glass case. It's to be contained with steel iron and lead shielded room at all times. No fewer than 2 armed guards to be posted at any time. Trained psychologist is to remain on site at all times. Anyone who comes into contact with the mask when it is in possession of a host is to be given an immediate psychological evaluation. The mask appears to be a white porcelain comedy mask, although at times it will change to tragedy. A highly corrosive and degenerative viscous liquid constantly seeps from the eyes and mouth holes of 3-5. Anything coming into contact with the substance slowly decays over a period of time, until it has decayed completely into a pool of the original contaminant. Glass seems to react the slowest to the effects of the item, hence the construction choice of its immediate container. Subjects within 2 meters of a 3-5 or in visual contact with it experience a strong urge to put it on. When 3-5 is placed on the face of an individual, an alternative brainwave pattern from 3-5 overlaps that of the original host, effectively snuffing it out and causes brain death to the subject. Subject then claims to be the consciousness contained within 35. Psychological analysis has discovered 35 to possess a highly manipulative nature capable of forcing sudden and profound changes to the interviewer's psychological state. 35 has proved to be highly sadistic, prompting some to commit suicide. So, we have a mask that compels you to put it on, and when it does, you basically stop being a person and you die and you can't think and you're no longer conscious, and it takes over and it compels people to do very bad things like commit suicide and let me out of the cage. So we will in fact not be letting this guy out of the cage. We can instead activate gas valves. Is he dead yet?
So, you really don't want to leave this place alive, do you?
Huh?
You know there's no way a lone D-class like you will make it to the surface safely. Even if you did, they'd gun you down the moment you came across their radicals. I'll give you one more chance here. Just open the chamber doors, and we'll forget about this little gas incident.
Forget about it, huh? What if I do it again? I'm not letting this guy out. Also, he was mentioning Nine-Tailed Fox coming in. That's kind of like the military of the facility, and they will be arriving here, and they will, they have the, they're going to kill anything in sight, including me, because they don't know what I am. I could be an SCP, so if that happens, we have to be careful. we're gonna go. Also, what is this pill? Let's take the pill. Swallow the pill. A taste of immortality. Alright, let's learn about SCP-500. I just looked it up. It's a small plastic can which, at the time of writing, contains 47 red pills. One pill, when taken orally, effectively cures the subject of all diseases within 2 hours. Exact time depending on the severity and amount of the subject's conditions. Yeah, that's basically the whole SCP, is just a pill that cures you of any disease. And the rest of the SCP is talking about a whole bunch of other SCPs, so it's kind of hard to parse. But yeah, so we just took a pill that would cure us of any illness. So, hell yeah. Alright, I don't really understand, I don't know like a lot of the quest lines and choices in this game, but all I know is I'm not letting this guy out. By the way, I just want to let everyone know, I've been getting chased by the Plague Doctor this entire session, and this is not supposed to happen. At least I don't remember this. Like, usually he disappears. And it's kind of getting to the point where it's kind of messing up a lot of, like, what I'm doing. Like, I want to read the stuff, and I feel like so far this recording, like, half the fucking episode was me waiting for this guy to shut up or, like, not doing much. So, maybe I made a decision, or maybe I haven't, but I might just, like... Wow, that's very quiet. I might stop the recording and, like, talk in post and read some of the stuff. Because if I don't, like, you might just have to watch me, like, ramble on for fucking, like, 5 minutes. He's still here. I can't get away from him. It's so annoying. I'm gonna see if I can look up and get this guy out of here, because ultimately I just want this to be entertaining, I don't care about cheating, so I'm gonna look this up. Alright, so I looked it up. Apparently, and unfortunately, we can't contain him, and it seems like everyone else also complains about this, so... Alright, what I'm just gonna do is, there's a way I can make the enemies leave me alone. And I'm gonna do that, and hopefully this guy will fuck off. Hello? What are you doing, you stupid Plague Doctor?
I hear you breathing.
Leave. And don't come back. Okay. So once we leave this room, I'll turn that off, of course. Okay, so this is the SCP that, when you look at it, bad shit happens. So, let's find out what happens when you look at it. So yeah, it drags my mouse up. Oh my fucking god, Plague Doctor, get away. So interestingly enough, one of the faces it showed was the old Benadryl man, which is interesting. What we know is that he died of cardiac arrest. My guess is that it was caused by 895, although it has never been observed affecting video equipment from this far before. Further testing is needed to determine whether 895's red zone is increasing. I can still fucking hear the goddamn Plague Doctor, even in death. And furthermore, let's go downstairs. So we have this the coffin makes noise. Now it said it messes with electronics, so... Oh, it's making me, it snapped my neck all the way to the camera, I bet. Oh, it's fucking with me. I can't take it off. Okay, so yeah, it messes with electronics. That's cool. If we had any other electronics, I'd test them, but maybe we'll come back, or I'll do it, you know, after the game. Class D viewed 895 through a pair of digital night vision goggles, and I died. Is he chasing me? Okay, so he can see me now. I gotta figure out where I want to go. I think I want to go this way because that's where the shy guy is. Okay. So in here is the shy guy. And we have to make sure that we do not look at his face. So you see him over there. Is the... We need to turn the power back on. Shit. Fuel pump on. This on. Oh my god. I almost looked at him. I didn't mean to. Okay. We're safe. At some point, I'll look at that guy so we can see what happens when you look at him. But yeah. Now we're back here. And we should be away from the plague doctor. So we need to do some exploring. Because I still think we can't reach... We can't enter light containment. That's where we want to go. I think this is back where our, like, first area was. Yeah. This was our first area. Let's just explore this way. I'm gonna put this on because... Alright. Peanut usually loves to spawn in that corner. Alright. Here's light containment zone, which we have been to. There's no real reason to go that way. Door, something is happening. I heard the peanut. Where are you, Peanut? I'm gonna blink. Where's the peanut? Ugh. God, it was in the corner behind me, wasn't it? Huh? 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 What are you doing here? No, I got zapped. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh. Ah. Oh my goodness. Alright. There's gonna be more to this video, but for this session that I'm playing, I'm gonna end here because it's late. But so far, hasn't been the best time, unfortunately, but I'll make sure that the rest of the video, or whatever I add into, whatever I cut out, like whatever's in the video, I'll make sure it's entertaining, because I've been getting shafted this whole time. So yeah, let's see what happens next, I guess, for you, but for me, I'm going to bed.